We are on the air. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to live coverage of Orioles baseball, where this afternoon the Baltimore Orioles will be wrapping up a 3-game series and looking for the sweep against the Tampa Bay Rays at Camden Yards. How you doing, everybody? It's your old pal Steve here, also known as the BirdWatcher, a.k.a. BW or B-Dubs, whatever you want to call me. Welcome on back for another game of Orioles baseball. Hello to everyone arriving right now in the Charm City chat. And let me also extend a giant hello and welcome to any of those that might be new to my channel. Welcome on in. You're not alone. This channel is relatively new, 2 months in, plus a day or two, I guess now. And this channel has been started up in time for the 2024 season, and the objective is to do play-by-play coverage and commentary for every Orioles baseball game all season long, and hopefully well into October. I live way out on the other side of the planet, and I know there's a lot of Oriole fans scattered all across the globe, and even some that live just miles away from the ballpark that don't have an opportunity to watch the game on TV or maybe hear it on the radio. This is a place for all Oriole fans to come together, hang out, and follow the ball game. I'll be here to, guide you along the way. And we have the Charm City chat here as well, so it's an interactive experience. Some people like to just watch the game with the sound down and have the BirdWatcher channel up and chat along with everybody else here in the best live stream sports chat you'll find on the internets. I'm telling you right now. But if you're new, give it a chance. And if you do like what you see and hear, hopefully an Orioles win today, then do consider subscribing to the channel. We just passed 1,000 subscribers, and this channel just 2 months in. It's an amazing goal to hit so quickly. But we're looking to keep on growing, so think about signing up. And perhaps for those that have already arrived, you can go ahead and maybe hit that like button. There's a like button just there below your screen. It's a thumb. It's pointing up. You just tap that. It helps out the channel. I'd appreciate it. All right. Just to get a little bit of that business out of the way, let's get down to what matters. Today's ball game. Again, the Orioles looking for the sweep of the Rays. Your starting pitching matchup is going to have Cole Irvin for your Orioles, left-handed pitcher on the mound with a 5-2 record, an ERA of 2.84 and a WHIP of 1.13. Very solid numbers after a bit of a rough start to begin the season. He's been one of the more consistent starters in the rotation now for a solid month and a half or so. And we're going to hope for more of the same today as we wrap up the homestand. Going up against him for the Rays is a right-hander named Zack Littel. Zack has a 2-3 record, an ERA of 3.47. What is this I got popping up here in the corner of my screen? Interesting. And a WHIP of 1.22, 62 in the third innings. He's got pretty average numbers, you know. He's not terrible. He's not great. He's somewhere in the middle. Hopefully, with the way our offense has been looking lately, we'll be able to get to him early and often. All right. Of course, this is another middle-of-the-night game for me, 12:30 a.m. right now, local time. And I'll be sipping on plenty of coffee throughout the evening to keep myself nice and alert to help you through this ball game. Okay, now with about 5 minutes before first pitch, let me scroll down here, show you the starting lineups there on your screen. They might look a little bit small. You might have to squint, but I'll go over them in a minute. Just going to make sure I got the ball game up and running. And folks, if somebody in chat, let's go ahead and do a lag check as well, as if somebody wouldn't mind maybe confirming that my microphone sounds okay today. Everything sounds normal, nice and smooth. It's always good to get some feedback on that. But, yeah, if you can go ahead and say, hey, BW, sound good to go, that'd be great. And let me give you a number to type in as well. The number today is 2. Type in the number 2 as soon as humanly possible, please. I think our lag is going to be really nice and quick because I went through and closed as many programs as I could and freed up as much space on my laptop as I could. All right, looks good. Thanks for the feedback, everybody. All right, it's Lou Gehrig Day at the ballpark. For ALS, of course, June 2nd is Lou Gehrig Day. It looks like I've got the Tampa Bay broadcast up today. I won't hold that against them. I won't hold that against the Rays. All right, so folks, here we go. I'll be sure to check in with everybody there in the Charm City chat in just a sec. It sounds good. You have the perfect voice for commentary. Perfect. Perfect, people. I mean, you know, like that lady, you remember back in the day when we had landline phones and you couldn't get a connection, that lady that would come on and go, if you'd like to make a call, please hang up and dial again. If you need help, please hang up and dial your operator. I always wanted to know who that lady was and how she got that job. To be the voice to say that to everybody for, I don't know, 3-4 decades. But yeah, thank you. All right, here we go. Your Rays lineup looks like this. Yandy Diaz leads off, plays first base. Randy Arozarena in left field bats second. Harold Ramirez gets his first start of the series. He'll DH and bat third. Isaac Paredes moves down to the cleanup spot. He'll play third base. Ahmed Rosario gets his first start of the weekend. He'll play second base and bat fifth. Jose Siri is in center field hitting sixth. Jonathan DeLuca is in right field batting seventh. Jose Caballero is the shortstop batting eighth. And I'm going to have to click on this guy's name. Who are you? Alex Jackson, the backup catcher for the Rays, will bat ninth. For the Orioles, not as strong of a lineup as yesterday, but yesterday is as strong as it gets. So we've got a couple of people moving around, you know, day game after a sort of late afternoon game situation. This is pretty typical. Gunnar Henderson will lead off and play shortstop. Adley Rutschman's going to DH today and hit second. Ryan Mountcastle will bat third and play first base. Anthony Santander is the cleanup hitter today in right field. Jordan Westberg will be in the 5 spot. He'll be at third base. He is my boy. Austin Hayes will bat sixth and play left field. Cedric Mullins will hit seventh and play center. Jorge Mateo will bat eighth and play second base. And James McCann, finally, the catcher, batting ninth. That's your lineups. And again, today we don't have Colton Cowser. We don't have Kyle Stowers. We've got McCann in there. I don't know about that, but, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I think we can do it with this lineup. I think we can do it. Folks, let's go over one major thing here as first pitch is just moments away. I want you to take a look at the schedule to come, folks. Folks, if we win the day, we'll have a record of 38-19. Okay, that's 57 games into the season. We've got 24 games to play until we reach the halfway point of the season, 81 games. And I'm going to tell you folks right now, the next 24 are going to be a real test this month of June. After today's ball game, 14 of the next 20 games are on the road. 4 games at Toronto, 4 games at Tampa. Your 6 home games, the Braves and the Phillies, back to back. Then you get a day off. Gee, thanks. The only one of the month before we go to New York and then go to Houston. By the time we're done with that, we finally come back home. And once we get into this Cleveland series, by the way, Cleveland has got like the second best record in the American League. That'll be the halfway point of the season. So, folks, we'll have a really good idea of where we're really at right when we get through this stretch starting after today. So if we win the day, that'd be great. We sweep the series. We get to 38-19. That's a 2 out of every 3 win pace. And that's the kind of pace, Texas there after Cleveland. That sort of dips into the second half of the season. But, very end of the month, Texas, the reigning World Series champions as well. So, strap in, folks. So Cole Irvin is on the mound today. He is taking his final warm-up pitches. And, just want to let you guys get a little bit of a visual there. Between all the road games, the 1 day off, the 1 series we have at home, the 9 games we play at home this month are against 3 of the best teams in baseball. So let's try and get on out there. And I guess, folks, remember the sub screen. Guess what? I've lost a sub since yesterday. Folks, this is 2 days ago when I hit that 1,000 mark. Since then, it has been a total of 7 over the past 2 days. This is what happens when I take a day off from doing the sales pitch thing on the subscreen. Folks, I just have to do it. Of course, we'll be needing that screen as well in order to have a place to go to during the rally. All right, folks. Game is about to get started. First pitch of the ball game is a called strike. Irvin to Yandy Diaz. And the next pitch is foul back, and the count is 0-2. All right. What's going on, fellow bird watchers? 0-2 pitch is swung on, hit back to Irvin, who stabs it out of the air before it goes past him. He'll take a jog toward the first base bag and flip it to the first baseman, Mountcastle, to get the out. 1 out already with a comebacker to the pitcher to begin the game here on Sunday. Nice and easy. Let's have more of that there, Mr. Irvin. Here's Randy Arozarena. He takes up and in for ball 1. Randy had the night off on Friday, then started yesterday's game, hitting just 160. This one's popped up, and Arozarena looked like he was going to slam his bat. Shortstop Henderson makes the catch on the infield, on an infield pop-up by Arozarena, who continues to scuffle. 2 down here in the first. Easy as you like so far. Some smiles around the infield as they toss the ball around. Westberg looking happy today. Here's Harold Ramirez. Got a .268 average, just the 1 home run. And this ball is an inside-out swing, and it's going to go into the opposite field for a base hit. Harold Ramirez loves to hit left-handed pitching. That's why you didn't see him in the first couple of games. And that's why you see him batting third in the lineup today. Doing things just like this. Taking the ball the other way for a 2-out single. First hit, first base runner of the day. And here's Isaac Paredes. First pitch is swung on and fouled off to the left. Kurt Blake, 1,100 next weekend. What's that about? 1,100 more subscribers by next weekend? Is that your suggestion? Oy. There's one low and in. As a nose fan, what type of moves do you want to see your team make by the trade deadline? I did mention Helsley from St. Louis. If they're out of it, I think they're going to be selling, and I think that's a guy you can target. Also, Urseg, hard-throwing righty out of the Oakland bullpen. Everybody talks about Mason Miller. By the way, the count 2-1 now on Diaz. Runner at first. Remember, balance both jobs here. This one's going to be hit in the air. Left center. And Mullins is going to wave off Hayes to make the catch. And in the inning. Irvin gives up a 2-out hit. But that's it. We go to the bottom of the first. It's the Rays 0 and the Orioles coming up. Be at 1100 by next week. Yeah, that'd be good. I'll take that. Why does everyone have a little number 4 on their uniform, BW? I think, is that in honor of Lou Gehrig today for ALS awareness? Probably, I would assume. Yeah, I did mention Helsley as a closer for an option, and then Urseg, I guess, is the other guy I wanted to mention because, Mason Miller is sort of the prized toy of everybody because of how hard he throws, but Urseg throws right around 100 miles an hour himself. He's just not hitting 103 like Miller is. And if Miller wasn't the closer for the A's, Urseg most certainly would be, and probably would be on many other teams, including possibly ours. I like his stuff, and I think we can get him for a reasonable trade offer versus going after somebody like Miller. So keep an eye on those guys, Helsley and Urseg. As far as starters go, I don't know if we're going to pony up what it takes to get a guy like Luzardo, because I don't think we necessarily need like a frontline starter. I think we need more of a guy that can be a little bit of a swing man between pitching in the rotation and also maybe being a long man. Just maybe somebody with playoff experience, somebody who's used to, taking on more than one role. A little versatility, because that's what we really need, because it just gives you more flexibility when you get into the playoffs. If you need him to start, you can start. If you need him out of the bullpen, it won't be a big surprise. All right, Zack Littel, 2-3 record, 3.47 ERA, and Gunnar Henderson at the plate. Takes the first pitch for a called strike at the knees on the inside corner. Fastball, splitter, slider. And he's also got a 2-seamer to go with the 4-seam fastball. Swung on and drilled. Is this one going to go? Yes! Flag court. My God. Gunnar Henderson. Bye-bye birdie. Give your boy a chance to blink. That ball was on the flag court before you could say, ain't the beer cold? Another leadoff home run for Henderson. How many is that now up to? Number 19 on the season. And the Orioles jump out to a 1-0 lead as quick as humanly possible. I mean, Gunnar. Meet flag court as it bounces into Utah Street. I tell you what. Take a drink from the hose, kid. Here's Adley. Takes a called strike on the inside edge. Man, oh man. By the way, I've got another thing, folks, that I was working on, which is optimal lineups. Here's a check swing, and he went around. Adley in the hole 0-2. I guys, it's fun to watch Gunnarsson go up there first batter of the ball game and hit it out of the park. I'd really rather see him hit third at this point. We're starting to really see what our players are offering. I want to see Westberg at the top of the lineup. Here's Adley going into left center, and that's going to get down for a base hit. So keep the line moving, and this is what I'm talking about. Imagine a situation where you got Westberg and Adley at the top of the order, and then Gunnar hitting third. The odds are Gunnar's going to come up with a runner on base first time up every ball game. Between Westberg and Adley, one of those guys is going to get on a vast majority of the time. So Gunnar's going to have a guy on. You know what I'm saying? And he's still going to bat in the first inning. He's still going to get, 5 at-bats a game in all likelihood. He might lose 1 extra at-bat every 5 games or something by batting 2 spots down. But I think Westburg can be a really good leadoff hitter. All right, here's Ryan Mountcastle. First pitch is foul back. Make that the second pitch. The count is already 0-2 on Mountie. He's hitting .293 and has been red hot here for about 10 days or so. I just think Brandon Hyde has fallen in love with the idea of throwing as many guys hitting from the left side of the top of the order as you can against right-handed pitching. But if Westburg can handle the bat against righties or lefty, I don't really see the difference. Plus, I also know that Hyde likes to, keep space between the lefties and the righties. Here's a swing and a miss as Mountcastle goes down on a splitter, low and away. 1 out here in the bottom of the first. The Orioles ahead 1-0 on a Gunnar Henderson home run. Adley Rutschman at first base. And that'll bring up Anthony Santander. So, yeah, what I was going to say is keeping those lefties and righties split up. Normally, we always have a righty like Mateo at the bottom of the order because Gunnar then hits next. As Anthony Santander, first pitch swinging, pops it up, and it's going to be caught in foul ground by the catcher just a couple of feet away from that backstop there against the screen. So 2 down. Santander, one of his token foul pop-ups. And that's out number 2 here in the bottom of the first. Here's Westburg now. .295, 9 homers, 36 RBI. And the first pitch to him is a called strike. So, yeah, long story short, we usually see Mateo hitting 9th because we got Gunnar up next. You got a righty, Mateo, then back to a lefty. Well, if you start with Westburg at the top, then you could maybe hit Mateo 8th and a guy like Mullins 9th, which I think makes more sense the way the two are playing these days. Mateo, I think, a bigger threat at the plate than Mullins. I've got the whole lineup worked out for you, folks. Maybe I'll show it to you a little bit later. Both lefties and righties. Next pitch to Westburg is high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 down, runner at first. Just getting started here, bottom of the first. And the Orioles with the early 1-0 lead. This one's hit on the ground to short. This should end the inning as they go to second for the force. And that's it. But the Orioles do get a Gunnar Henderson home run, number 19 on the season, to get them out in front to a 1-0 lead. We'll go to the second. Baltimore 1, Tampa 0. We have had back-to-back games where a home run went to Utah Street. Now, I mean, folks, there's real Utah Street homers, the ones that land on Utah, and then you got the ones that bounce onto Utah. I don't really count the ones that, I mean, a ball could hit 20 feet before Utah and bounce its way there. But, I mean, not to take anything away from the one Gunnar just hit. But that wasn't exactly a Utah Street home run. That was a flag court home run with a nice bounce. But yeah, well done all the same. I need 420 feet. 420. Wait a minute. If you're going to hit it that kind of distance, perhaps that might be time tonight for a special lucky. The BirdWatcher enjoys a special lucky on the Sunday afternoon games. It seems like the right time. Time for a special lucky. How we doing, everybody? I don't think I actually went through the chat and scrolled through and shouted everybody out. GP3. Gunna's going to hit the warehouse one day. I believe it. Rob. Steph. Kurt, Baxter, Christina, Matt, Ryan, James. Oh, James. It's 420 day. So if it's 420 day, what am I doing here without a special lucky going on? Chilo, how you doing? All right, here we go. Top of the second, and the first pitch is a cutter at the top of the zone for a called strike. Irvin against Ahmed Rosario. Next pitch is hit on the ground hard and stopped by Mountcastle. He picks it up and goes to the bag himself for the unassisted putout. One down in the top of the second as Rosario grounds out to first. Who else we got here? Is that everybody? I'm seeing a lot of names. I've already said hello. Dark Horse, how you doing? Eric, welcome in. Judy. Miss you on the other channel. I know, Judy. I know. But I'm here, and that same charming, fun personality, it still comes out here on the BirdWatcher channel. Hey, Fitzy, how you doing? First pitch is off the plate here from Irvin to Jose Siri. And the next one is also a ball, a little bit high, 2-0. One out, nobody on, top of the second. Next pitch is in there for a strike. KM Wayaho. How you doing? Frank. Checking in. Isaac, welcome in. Next pitch is hit in the air. And it's going to be playable for Santander and right. He makes the catch. Lovely. Irvin is smooth sailing so far. I guess we've got the POTUS checking in as well. David in France, always good to see in chat. Folks, we're here. It's Sunday afternoon. Hopefully you're relaxing. There's a nice curveball here to start the at-bat against Jonathan DeLuca. Right-handed hitter, Johnny DeLuca, hitting 192. This one's hit in the air to center. Mullins has got it right at him. And that inning is over quickly and quietly. We go to the bottom of the second. Orioles 1, Rays nothing. That's right, folks. So, yeah, as far as a target today, for today, 10:30. 10:30. How about that? That's only 12 subs, folks. That's about half as much as a decent night. Again, I'm not... Now that I've hit that big milestone, I'm trying to be as, what do you call it? Less greedy or whatever. But I got to have some kind of a target. So, yeah. Hey, if you're watching now and you're not subscribed, why don't you be number 1019? That's an important number, you know. There's a long history of 1019s. And again, folks, the like count. Let's just go ahead and get this out of the way, right? We're in commercial break. The Orioles have an early lead. Your boy's here to take you all the way home tonight through the middle of the night. We've got around 80 people here in chat, and the likes are under 30. So here's the deal. I'm willing to bet at least 10 or 15 of you right now already know the deal, and you just plain forgot. I do it all the time, too. But, you know, I'm not sitting here trying to force your hand. But, you know, please tap that old like button. And, you know. Tell you what, you get those likes up to 35, and I'll light up my special lucky right now. 3 more likes. And your boy's having a special lucky. By the way, folks, once again, this channel, while monetized, no ads. Coming at you ad-free today. Coming at you without sponsors. Your only sponsor is me, the BirdWatcher. All right. Austin Hayes at the plate. Hitting just 173. First pitch to him is a little bit off the plate for ball 1. Next pitch is hit right back up the middle. A base hit for Hazy. Leadoff single. Here come the Orioles again. That's what you got to do, folks. When we face a left-handed starter, you get Hayes in the lineup. It's that easy. Otherwise, against righties, he's a guy on the bench. Because we got too many other lefties out there, like Mullins, Stowers, Cowser. Here's Mullins right now with one on, nobody out. First pitch to him is a breaking ball in there for a called strike. Mullins is batting just a $185. But maybe you wouldn't believe me if I told you he's shown some signs of breaking out of a slump. This one's hit on the ground. Nice stop by the first baseman. Goes to second for one. Back to first with the pitcher covering. And the Rays turn a heck of a double play there. My goodness. Well, just like that. Difficult to defend Mullins when you hit into a double play. Oh, that's what I'm saying, James. You know, I have a lot of faith in Mullins, and I really don't mind him hitting as a 200 guy around the 200s for the glove, if you can afford to bat him ninth. Here's Mateo, who is batting eighth. McCann batting ninth today. Mateo's average at 239. This one is low and away. And the count 1-1. Let's root for Ced's offense to pick it up, folks. I'm telling you, though, right now, down the stretch, when things really, really matter, you're going to want Cedric Mullins in center field, tracking balls down and saving runs. They don't pop out on you on the stat sheet like the numbers do when you're hitting every day. But when you make the kind of plays he can make in the outfield, they save runs, and they sometimes determine the outcome of the ball game. 2-2 the count. Where's Tony Kemp? Probably enjoying the $1.5 million he got paid or whatever to play like 1.5 games as a placeholder for Jackson Holiday. This one is lifted in the air and fouled away by Mateo. Mateo having another good at-bat here. That's really been the impressive thing about Mateo, is just his plate approach. It's like he's leveled up. He has an approach. This one swung on, hit on the ground. A diving stop by the shortstop, but he throws the ball and almost... Oh, no. Well, I wanted to make a joke out of it, but apparently he's injured. A diving stop, and the shortstop made a very awkward throw from the seat of his pants. I thought it was almost like a half-hearted, I know I can't get Mateo. But if anything, is that Rosario? The shortstop. He is down in pain. Or Caballero, excuse me. He is down in pain, crouched over, head buried in the ground. I'm trying to see what part of his body got hurt there. It looks like it's something in the chest or abdomen area. He's laying on his back now with the trainer down on a knee. Looks like he's applying a little bit of pressure down there around the lower stomach, ab area. And now he's going to help up Caballero to his feet. Caballero now just bent over at the knees, still trying to collect his composure. Really don't understand exactly what it was that hurt him so much. But, yeah, something happened there. He's looking more and more back to his regular self. He just took a practice catch and throw, gave a thumbs up, and now the trainer heads on back to the dugout. Well, interesting play there. Hip pointer. Oh, man, if it was that, I don't know if they should be leaving him out there. Yeah. We're going to be back underway. We'll see if this limits Caballero at short. I mean, if he's going to try to play through it and he's not feeling his best and it's going to limit his range, I mean, shortstop is not the kind of position that you want to have limited range in. Runner at first, 2 down. Here's McCann now, and a check on the runner Mateo, who's back in standing. I suppose it's a little bit chillier out there this afternoon. First base umpire's wearing that head stocking as if it's probably maybe in the low 50s or something, but I see a lot of people in T-shirts. Maybe the ump is just can't handle it. All right, this one's off the plate. McCann's batting 198. Mateo's got that speed at first. It'd be nice to get in a scoring position for McCann here. There's a check on the runner right after the pitch, and that was close. A snap throw there from that backup catcher Jackson. 2-0 the count. Two down. And the next pitch is swung and hit back up the middle and on to Rosario there. Rosario with the ground ball throws out McCann to win the inning. Why did Mateo run first? Why not just let Mateo take off before McCann takes one swing and in that bat like that? You got 2 down, Mateo at first. Best chance you got is maybe McCann can flare one out over into the outfield or something, and then Mateo can score. Otherwise, McCann needs to figure out a way to get on, and then somebody else has got. Well, you'd have Gunnar come up. See, and now Gunnar will come up leading off and nobody on again. Where is this lineup I'm talking about? Maybe I should just bring it up now. I'm sick of this. Where's my lineup? I'll stick it on over here to the side so I don't freak everybody out. All right. Uh-oh. I minimized it. Oh, boy. I don't have any movement here. Are you going to move for me? You going to move around? There you go. All right. Picture this in your mind, folks. In your mind. In your mind. Sorry, it's just a Total Recall reference. All right, leading off, third base, Jordan Westburg. Batting second, Adley Rutschman at catcher. Batting third, Gunnar Henderson, shortstop. Cleanup hitter, Ryan Mountcastle, first base. Batting fifth, down in the order, Ryan O'Hearn, left-handed hitter, DH. Batting sixth, switch hitter Anthony Santander, right field. Batting seventh, Colton Cowser in left field. Jorge Mateo at second base. And then Cedric Mullins, your number 9 hitter. Stowers, Urias, and Hayes on your bench. Against lefties, Cowser sits and Stowers gets in. O'Hearn sits. Santander moves to DH. And Austin Hayes is also in. Yeah, the only player that really doesn't get any time is Urias. I'll give you a visual here later. But anyway, we're back underway now. Caballero, who just had that incident on the field, is up at the plate. And the first pitch to him, strike. 0-1. Top of the third. Baltimore 1, Tampa nothing. Final game of 3. The Orioles looking for the sweep. Here's a bunt attempt, but it's hit hard, and Westburg picks it up quickly, goes to first in time. Caballero with a bunt that looked about 60 miles off the bat. That's hit way too hard. Westburg was playing relatively deep, but it didn't really matter because that bunt was pretty much just like a ground ball to third hit softly. All right. Thanks for that free out. One away. And here's Jackson now. Alex Jackson. Boy, look at this. Batting average of .029. No homers, 2 RBI. And he pops it up. And that average is about to drop, if it's possible, as Anthony Santander makes the catch. 2 quick outs here in the top of the third. That's true. That's true. The guy we brought in for that, what looked like a tiny little trade. Well, that trade was to get our number 3 catcher. And yeah, if McCann Scuffles and that guy we picked up, I can't remember his name already. It's a common kind of name, short name, couple of 1-digit syllable names, or 1-syllable name, 1-digit syllable. All right, I need more coffee. 1-1 the count. This one's hit in the air to right center, and that's trouble. It's going to get down and split the outfielders, bounce up against the groundkeeper's shed, and Yandy Diaz has a 2-out stand-up double here in the top of the third. Rays with a tying run and scoring position. Bill, I think the number 4 is in honor of ALS Awareness Day. Lou Gehrig. There's special bases out there today on the field that also have the ALS Awareness Lou Gehrig insignia. Okay, we've got a Rosarena at the plate with 2 down, a runner in scoring position. First pitch is high for ball 1. No problem, Bill. Good to have you in again today. Next pitch is off the plate outside. 2 balls and no strikes. 1-0 Baltimore here in the top of the third. Looking for win number 38. It would move into 38-19. Back to that winning 2 out of every 3 pace that only the elite teams can pull off, folks. That'll get you to a record of 108-54 if you can do it. 2-1 on a Rosarena. The pitch is lifted in the air. Who's going to get it? Mullins is the one under it. He makes the catch. And another inning in the books. Cole Irvin is through 3, folks. A third of the way through the ball game. The Rays have yet to even really threaten. They've got a couple of hits, but not much in terms of a threat. Bottom of the third coming up. The Orioles ahead, 1-0. 3 innings and looking good. Let's hope he keeps it up. And yeah, it'd be great for him to be economical with the pitches and give us 6 innings or more. Hell, let's get 7 if we can. 6 innings plus. That's the target for me. We've had to work the bullpen here the first couple of games of the series. And I would like to see us maybe give 1 or 2 guys who have been working here the past couple of days a game off. The man's here, got the broom. Broom, broom, shake, shake the room. Oh, by the way, wasn't I saying if we got to a certain amount of likes or subs that your boy was going to light up a special lucky? I mean, folks, 1 more sub for a special lucky. I got a special lucky ready to go. All right? In honor of reaching 1,000 subs, in honor of a relaxing day of Sunday baseball here at 1 o'clock in the morning, my time, I'd love to just light up a special lucky. Once again, folks, today's game coming at you ad-free, sponsor-free, everything's free. But so are the subscriptions. 1020. Where are you? Gunnar Henderson's coming up. If you subscribe now, he'll hit you a home run. That's right. Come on, 1020. I want to light up this J. Help me out. All right, here we go. Gunnar Henderson at the plate. First pitch is low for ball one. Can you believe it, Charm City chat? One person denying me of enjoying a special lucky on a Sunday afternoon. 1-0 pitch is a called strike, bottom of the zone. 1-1 the count. That's right. This sucker's already ready to go. Check swing, pitches low, 2 balls and 1 strike to Henderson. And the pitch is swung on, hit on the ground and through between the middle infielders for a base hit. Boy, Gunna. He can hit him on the ground and find a hole. Not everything's got to be a Utah Street bomb. Second hit of the day already. And I think that's the 3rd straight innings. All 3 innings where we've got the leadoff man on. You tell me you're sharing one with me, Matt, but I have yet to imbibe. I'd like to. Here's Adley. First pitch is a called strike, but I got to get to sub number 1020. I like those round numbers, folks. Round numbers makes me calm. Calms me down. Rutschman with a base hit in his previous at-bat, hitting an even 300. This one is fouled back. No balls and 2 strikes. Rob would like Gunnar to steal. Yeah, why not? Why not? 0-2 count. You're not going to get into a hit and run count. Hey, thanks, Bill. Were you here for the big moment? It was a special moment. I mean, not only did we pass 1,000 subscribers, but it all happened right in the middle of an Orioles come-from-behind rally, capped off by a 2-run double by Jorge Mateo. Had your boy running around the room like Kevin McAllister in Home Alone. The 0-2 to Rutschman is lifted on a pitch that was low into the air, center field. Backing up on it is Siri. He makes the catch for the first out, and Henderson will retreat back to first base. 1 down for Mountcastle. It was glorious. Yeah, I made a little GIF out of it. If you guys go to my Discord page, does anyone out there know how to make a GIF? Because I've got the 5 seconds clipped out of me just running around like a nut job. If anyone knows how to make a GIF out of it, I would love that. First pitch to Mounties, a slider low and away for ball 1. 1-0 Baltimore in the bottom of the 3rd on a leadoff homer by Gunnar Henderson in the first. They've got a runner on first base now in the form of Henderson. With 1 down. Mountie fouls this one back. 1 ball and 1 strike. It was the hat. But, Matt, it's the hat on my head. The hat alone does nothing. The hat has to be on this head. If this hat was on your head, Matt, guess what it would do? Squadoosh. Mountie pops it up. Right field. And that'll be the 2nd out of the inning. Yeah, it's shared credit. I can't do it without the hat, and the hat can't do it without me. You know what it's like? You know Little Shop of Horrors? You had Seymour, and then you had Audrey, the plant. The hat is sort of like my Audrey. Audrey needs Seymour. Seymour needs Audrey. Anthony Santander at the plate. First pitch is a little bit low and away for ball 1. Santander with a home run yesterday. That boy, upon second viewing, you really got to appreciate how great of a bad ball hitter Anthony Santander is. I mean, that home run he hit yesterday was a pitch nobody should be swinging at. And if they do, they probably should be fouling it off at best. And Tony's like, nah, Just going to hit this one out in the flag court. There goes Gunnar. And Anthony taking all the way. That pitch is way out into the outfield. Unfortunately, Gunnar way late in realizing the situation, or he would have surely gotten up and gone to third. That's too bad. Gunnar didn't have the awareness to realize that that ball absolutely sailed into the outfield until it was too late. But he does have a stolen base. Who wanted that steal? You got it. Rob, I'm saying he would have gotten third. Definitely. If he had seen that the ball went where it did, he would have been there. And there's Santander going after a pitch inside, fouling it away. I mean, there you go. A 2-0 count. He gets a pitch 6 inches inside and goes hacking. Because that's just what Tony does. Tony likes to hack. And yeah, Audrey 2 is the plant. There's a line drive, base hit. Gunnar's coming around to score. A slide at the plate, and the Orioles have taken the lead 2-0 now. They've doubled it up on an RBI single from Tony Taters. 6th hit of the game already for the Orioles. The offense is clicking. And, folks, once again, we are 18-1 when we get to 10 hits. And we've already got 6 in the third. We're on a good pace to get to that 10-hit milestone that is pretty much guarantees us a win. Swing by Westberg, fouled back. Folks, Little Shop of Horrors is one of my favorite films of all time. And I'm talking about the 1986 remake starring Rick Moranis. And, I know everything about that movie. I love it so much. I think it's just one of the greatest pieces of entertainment ever put out there. Had the pleasure of seeing it in the theater when I was about 10 years old. And I still remember the experience. Magical. 0-2, 1-2 now the count as this pitch is inside on Jordan Westberg. 2 down, runner at first. The Orioles with a second run in on an RBI single by Santander. This one is outside, 2-2. Westberg loves hitting with 2 strikes, 2 out, and runners on base. Because that is the definition of clutch time. Speaking of time, the umpire puts his hands up and asks for time here. Westberg steps out of the box. And now he's back in there. Santander at first, 2 down. The pitch is fouled off. In on the hands of Westberg. Count 2-2. Here comes the 2-2 to Jordan. Swung on and fouled at the plate. Felt like we were due for something like that. What, not one charge in the chat? This one's grounded up the middle, a base hit. I don't need your charge. I don't need your stinking charge. What happened? Did the lag get worse? I thought a lag was just a few seconds. Westberg with a base hit up the middle. The inning will continue. First and second with 2 down for Austin Hayes. Forget about it. Here's a meeting on the mound for the Rays. A meeting on the mound for the Rays as they get ready to face Hayes. Rays versus Hayes. Billy Mays here. By the way, did I get to 1020 yet? Because I really would like to enjoy this special lucky. Nope. Hi. We've got a pitcher meeting. It's almost done. But hey, if you're watching right now and you haven't subscribed, can you do me a favor? Just sub up for like a minute. And then let me light this puppy up. And then you can go right back and unsub. All right? Just help a guy out. Trying to, you know. This pitch is low to Austin Hayes, 1-0. 2 on, 2 out. And folks, we got to stay at the sub screen. This is a Raleigh situation. 1-0 pitch to Hayes. Is low for ball 2. Ball 2. 2 on, 2 out, 2-0 count. Hayes has got a hit today already off of Littel. And somebody leaves. Well, I'm never going to have this special lucky. Swing and a miss. 2 balls and 1 strike. That kind of hurts. That last unsub, that one really hurt. Oh, I'll be honest. That got me right in the old pit in my stomach. Here's one low. 3-1 the count. Hayes with a hitter's count. 2 on. Looking for some 2-out magic. A 3-1 pitch is reached for, hit on the ground, but right to short. They'll go to second for the force, and the inning is over. The Raleigh coming up a little short, but the Orioles have a 2-0 lead. As we go to what? Where are we going to? I don't know. The 4th inning. Folks, we got out-of-town scores? We got out-of-town scores? You bet we do. The Astros are ahead of the Twins 3-2. That's game's about half over right now. Red Sox ahead 3-0 on the Tigers, bottom of the 3rd. The Braves ahead 1-0 on Oakland in the middle of the 4th. No score between the Pirates and Blue Jays. Where'd that game go? Arizona 3, Mets nothing. That's going into the middle of the 3rd. 3-0 Rangers over the Marlins, top of the 4th. Bottom of the 3rd, Nats ahead of the Guardians 4-2. White Sox up 2-0 on the Brewers, top of the 1st. Just getting started. Padres and Royals scoreless. Same with the Reds and Cubs. And coming up a little bit later, you got the Yankees at the Giants, Angels at the Mariners, Rockies at the Dodgers, and tonight's Sunday night game of the week, Phillies hosting the Cardinals. Out-of-town scores. I got everything. I got you all covered, folks. Harold Ramirez will come on to lead it off for the Rays. 3, 4, and 5 hitters due up against Cole Irvin, who has looked fantastic through the first 3 innings of the game. So fantastic that all your boy wants to do is just light up a lucky. Just want a little bit of help. Just a little bit, please. Please. I'm begging you. What do you want? You want a kidney? I got 2. I can give you one. What do you want? You want my appendix? What do you need? Huh? Blood transfusion? What would you like? A pinky? I can get you a toe. You need a toe? I can get you a toe. I don't know, Rob. People, first pitch is a called strike here from Irvin to Ramirez, and the next one is a little bit low. 1-1 the count, leading off the top of the 4th. Harold Ramirez takes a pitch for a strike at the top of the zone, a curveball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ramirez with a base hit his first time up. Make it 2-2 now. This one is hit on the ground. Third baseman Westberg. Oh, he doesn't pick that one. That might go down as an error. We'll see. Westberg would certainly tell you he should make that play. He had to charge it, but he did not field it cleanly, and the ball got away from him. Ramirez reaches here with nobody out. Looks like they're going to mark that a hit. Well, that's kind to Westberg. All right, Isaac Paredes is up now. Paredes, 291, 10 homers, 32 RBI. He has been easily the best offensive threat on this Rays team so far this season. This one's fouled back in the count 0-2. I can just feel myself drifting away. I really would just like to enjoy this. I mean, I've got like 3/4 of a special lucky ready to go. This is one low and in on a slider. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Paredes. Ramirez at first. Nobody out. And now asking for time is Paredes. Irvin's ready now. He's got the sign, and from the stretch, the 1-2 is lined left field. Hang up. It does for Austin Hayes. That ball was hit hard to left. All that real estate out there, but Paredes hits it right to the one dude out there. Austin Hayes making the catch. 1 out for Ahmed Rosario. Grounded out back in the second. Here's a breaking ball hit and going to drop in for a single. Mullins fields it. Ramirez, the lead runner, not too fast. Unable to go to third. First and second now with 1 out. The Rays have the tying runs on here in the 4th. Luckily, we're going into the bottom part of the order now. Hopefully we can put an end to this attempt at a rally. Irvin just needs to lock in here. Jose Siri is up next. He of the average of 186. First pitch to him is high for ball 1. Very high, in fact. One 1-0. Next pitch is hit in the air. Siri looks uncomfortable with it. The body language would tell you it's going to be a fly ball to Santander. Ramirez is going to tag from second and motor on up to third base without a play. So first and third now, but there are 2 down. And Irvin has a chance to still get out of this without any damage with Jonathan DeLuca up next. He of the 189 average. Again, you get to this bottom part of the order. This is where a lot of Rays rallies come to die. Hopefully it'll happen here again. First and third, 2 down the pitch. He lays down a bunt. And it's foul. That certainly surprised me, and I'm sure everybody on the Oriole infield as well. Who is that? Fortopia? To say Arozarena hasn't been doing well this year would be an understatement. He's batting $159 or somewhere around there right now. This ball is grounded foul off to the left. 0-2 the count. 1 more strike to get us out of this inning. Ramirez at third. Rosario at first. The pitch. And there goes the runner. Rosario. Rutschman down to second. In time! Rutschman nails his second base runner in as many days on an absolute seed toss down to the second base bag. And another Rays would-be base dealer standing there, helmet in hand, wondering what happened. What happened? Adley Rutschman happened, sir. And that inning is over. Excuse me, McCann. Sorry, Chilo. My bad. Of course, McCann. Sorry, guys. James, everybody else. It was McCann. Give McCann the credit he's due. Yes, Steph, I'm sorry, folks. That was a mistake on my part. They're wearing equipment. This is part of the trade-off you get for a dedicated Orioles play-by-play announcer who covers games typically in the middle of the night. You're going to get the occasional Harry Carey kind of mistake call, but it's all part of the charm, folks. I like that. McCannon. There you go. Rob, you just saved my bacon by coming up with a fantastic nickname. McCannon. Throwing out that and plus, Adley had just thrown a perfect one just yesterday, so it reminded me of it. It got me excited. I'm sure. Folks, I mean, here it is. It's just sitting here waiting. I'm a stubborn guy who just really would love the support of one person. 10-20. Please. I don't know. Do I have another account? Let me get my phone out. Maybe I'll start an email account with I don't know. Who's out there? I don't know. Oh, hey, there it is. Never mind. All right, hurry up. Let me hurry up and light up while I can. Ced Mullins is at the plate. Bottom of the fourth. First pitch is a strike. That one's off the plate, and the count is 1-1. This one's outside. 2-1 the count. 2-1 the count. We can go back over here now. The pitch is hit inside out and a soft liner to third, right to Paredes. Mullins, a soft line out to third to begin. Hell no, there's no filters on here. What do I look like? A millennial? A Gen Zer? Yep, that'll do the trick. Why is Ramon Arias coming up to hit? What happened? Why is Ramon Arias coming up to hit? Why is Jorge Mateo sitting in the dugout with his head buried in his hands? What happened to Mateo? What happened? Yeah, but hurt how? From when? Did he even come up to try to hit just now? Did something happen in the field between inning? What happened? There's a strike to Arias. 1-1 the count. 1 out, nobody on base. Bottom of the fourth. 2-0 Baltimore. And what the hell's going on with Jorge Mateo? There's a called strike 2. 1-2 on Arias. Outside corner. Folks, what's up with Mateo? I mean, it's like he's not feeling well. It doesn't look like an injury. It looks like he's ill. Hit in the head with a bat. When at the on the on deck circle or something? How did Mullins? Oh God, on the on deck circle? Oh my God. Said, what are you doing? By the way, Urias strikes out. Oh, no, he doesn't. Yeah, he strikes out. 2 down, nobody on. McCann with a pitch up and in. Oh, man, what an I mean, I've never heard of that ever happening before. Oh, man, I'm sure Mullins feels terrible. Ah, man. And Jorge is out of the game. I mean, they couldn't. Okay, McCann with a hit, and that one, oh, it's not going to split the gap. He's going to try. Oh, he thought better about it. I'm like, are you really going to try for 2, James? No, he's not. That's a double for just about everybody else on the team, as that ball was hit in the left center and cut off deep. But McCann just doesn't have the wheels to leg that one out. It's going to be a 2-out single. Back to the top of the order for Gunnar. Hey, Gunnar's up at the plate. You know what that means. You know what that means. Oh, it's a foul ball, though. That one was going down deep into the corner. Oh and 1 as McCann goes back to first base. 2-0 Baltimore. 2 out in the bottom of the 4th. Runner at first. 0-1 the count on Gunnar Henderson. Next pitch is low. A little bit outside as well. 1-1. Plenty of noise in the ballpark today. This pitch is fouled back. 1-2 the count. Hey, thank you to number 1020 and number 1021. We are hanging out here on the subscreen right now because we're in the middle of a rally. Anytime you got Gunnar at the plate, it's a rally. The 1-2 pitch is low for ball 2. Henderson 2 for 2 today. This one's low, and the count runs full. I hit myself in the mouth with a hammer several years ago. Wow. Intentionally or? Just kidding. Payoff pitch to Gunnar. Here it is. And that is going to be outside. The runner took off with 2 down and a full count. I don't know why they bothered throwing down there. It's either ball 4 or the inning is over on strikes. Either way, though, the Orioles now have runners at first and second. And it's going to be, well, they're showing a bit of a replay of that Mullins incident, but, man, they didn't really show much. Here's Rutschman. 2 on, 2 out. First pitch is a called strike. Adley 1 for 2 today. I better hurry up and keep hitting this J before I drop below 1020. Hey, if it's 420 somewhere, why can't it be 1020 somewhere else? This one's hit hard on the ground and through on the right side, a base hit. Rounding third and coming on home is McCann. And Adley Rutschman's got himself a 2-out RBI. And Mr. Splash is soaking the splash zone. Another rally for the Orioles. 2-out single to the right side from Rutschman. Runners at first and third now. And Ryan Mountcastle coming up. 3-0 Baltimore. Here looking for the sweep today. It's almost as if as soon as I started smoking this J, things really started to pick up. Mountie hits one foul off to the right. It's like smoke a J. Watch the sub count jump up. All right, I guess I'll do it the other way around next time. I'll just light up and then let the subs go up. 0-1 pitch. Popped up. Gonna get the Rays out of the inning, it would appear, as Rosario makes the play, the second baseman in shallow right field, to win the inning. But Rutschman with a clutch RBI single to add to this lead. The Orioles are doing it with paper cuts. Just solo runs in the first, third, and now fourth innings. They've got 9 hits already, folks. One more hit. Speaking of one more hit, hold on a sec. As I was saying, one more hit, and we'll hit that 10-hit threshold where, yeah, Bill, I'm a unique, eccentric kind of guy. That's how I roll. That's how I roll, Bill. I've decided that Sundays are special days for your boy, BW. A day of rest. And that rest includes what is, yes, part of my medication regimen. There are healing properties. But to each their own, I say. And might I add that, it's been helping with the game so far. We've got a 3-0 lead on 9 hits. Again, folks, 10 hits. A current record of 18-1 when we get 10 hits. So one more hit, and if that stat continues to keep up with that pace, we should be in pretty good shape. Pretty good. God, this sideline reporter for the Rays is just the most obnoxious looking character I've ever seen. He looks like the guy that would be side stage for one of those like talent shows. Nobody's Got Talent. Here's a foul ball by Jonathan DeLuca as we get started here in the top of the 5th. Or is that's, yeah. Here's one hitting in the air. Deep. Going back on it is Mullins. And that ball is off the wall. DeLuca is going to make his way. Wait, no. I blew it, folks. I tried to work around the fact that an ad covered my screen right at the crucial juncture. Mullins went deep on this ball and made a leaping grab at the wall. Folks, I am so upset. That ball looked like it would be extra bases for sure. Right when a stupid ad that I had to X out covered my screen. I am so sick of this modern ad thing. Like, what are you doing? Mullins doing Mullins things. And, folks, look, bottom line, I'm not sure it would have gotten out, Bill. I'm not sure if it wouldn't have gotten out. But here's the deal. That's what Cedric Mullins does for you, folks. That's what he does for you. Even though I deserve to get slapped in the face for blowing the call, I still go back to what I've been maintaining throughout the struggles of Cedric Mullins at the plate. Definitely a home run. I saw the leap, but the leap wasn't right up against the wall. The leap was like a couple of feet in front of the wall. I'll look at it one more time. You know your boy is pretty good at eyeing things like that. I know I blew it with the call, but I can't help it if an ad covers my screen. But fine. If you guys say it was definitely a home run, that's fine. It just makes the legend of Mullins and my case that I make about how important he is to be Yeah, I'll take your word for it. How about this? I'll take your word for it because all it does is add to my point that no matter how much Sed is struggling at the plate, that's why you have him out there, because he just scored a run by not giving up a run, if that makes any sense. All right? All right. 1 out. Runner at first base now. As just a few drags off this thing. Might have been a mistake. It sounds better if said Rob no. I'll have to look at it again. Look, again, I missed it on the first look. They gave me the replay. It looked to me like he jumped. He was not up against the wall. Can we agree on that? He was not at the wall and leaping. He was leaping a couple of feet in front of the wall. I would just have to see the way that ball was coming down, whether or not it was going to leave the yard. All right, folks, 0-2 the count now. Man, I really got to do something about this setup, but I can't touch my laptop because of this dumb power cord. It's Jackson, the backup catcher, who's got an 0-2 count right now. And the next pitch is outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. The Orioles ahead 3-0. He wasn't on the wall, but it looked out of there. BW, what is one player from any team that you would want the Orioles to trade for, and who do you think they would trade? I mean, I have to do a lot of thinking about that. 2-2 the count, and I have been doing a lot of thinking about that. I'll tell you the kind of guy I want to look for is a right-handed power hitter that can play hopefully a corner infielder, corner outfielder kind of spot. That doesn't necessarily have to be great on defense. Be a straight-up platoon guy as a DH against left-handed pitching right there in the middle of the order. I'm so sick and tired of playing lefties with Adley DHing and McCann catching. 2-2 the count right now. And this pitch is lifted foul. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes on the catcher, Jackson. 1 out runner at first. So, yeah, Kobe Mayo would fit the bill. Yeah, if everything had worked out according to plan. But the kind of guy I think we need is a guy that I think wouldn't necessarily cost an arm. It depends. Look at a guy like a J.D. Martinez, professional hitter. I know he's old. I know he's slow. And I know all he can do for you is DH. But the guy does mash. He's an RBI machine. Wow, that ball is crushed down the left field line. And that's going to put runners at first and third now with 1 down. As Alex Jackson, who came into today, folks, with an batting average of .029. I repeat, an .029 batting average. He has now extended this rally. First and third now. And now the top of the order here. Irvin's on 60 pitches with 1 out here in the 5th inning. Tying run now coming up to the plate for the Rays. Yeah, Tommy Pham is not a bad name. Not a bad name at all. I actually thought of Tommy Pham. I'm just hoping for a guy with maybe a little more pop, but I know that what I'm looking for, like, it's going to be a very small handful of players because I'm looking for a very particular kind of guy. And, you know, and the guy would also have to make sense for the other team to want to get rid of. But Tommy Pham does check a lot of those marks. So, Steph, that's a good call on Tommy Pham. There's no reason for Pham to be with the White Sox at this point. And, he can cover corner outfield for you. And, again, he can be that righty bat to kind of balance out the lefties we have in the outfield. And also, be the guy to be the DH Or maybe you play Pham in right field and let Santander DH against lefties. All right, 0-1 the count. Runners at first and third, one down. The pitch is fouled away, 0-2. God, folks, this whole thing sucks. I would just simply move the laptop on my table right here in front of me over an inch or two, and then I'd be able to see the rest of my TV screen, because right now a part of it is being covered up. I could move this over a little bit. Okay, that helps. Why didn't I think to do that? Here's a ball hitting the right field. This is going to be the second out, but the runner at third's tagging up. The throw is in, and now the runner at first trying to go to second, and he's safe. Oh, so not only do the Rays get the first run of the ball game, a runner now moves into scoring position at first. I'm not sure if there's anyone to blame really on that. Santander had every reason to go ahead and try and get the runner at home. It was a relatively close play. And then McCann immediately threw down to second. But unfortunately, that ball was thrown a little high. Had it been a little bit lower, Gunnar might have been able to slap a tag down there. Actually, they're going to replay this for some reason. Go right ahead and replay it. I don't see anything that could hurt us with a replay. Can only help. Man, all right. I need to, while they're replaying, I'm going to heat up some water. Add to my now room temperature coffee. I'll be right back. All right, well, whatever it was, the call stands. Apparently the Orioles challenged whether or not he was out. Did we spend a challenge on that? Did we use it? Rob, we used a challenge on that, huh? I mean, I never saw the runner at second as being out. All right. 2 down, runner at second. The Rays with a run in. 0-1 the count here in the Rose Arena. Sorry for my strange pose. I just want to run back over and grab this hot water here in a sec. This pitch is high, 1-1 the count. Yeah, that didn't seem like the best time to challenge at all. 1-1 is a little low and inside. 2-1 the count. Let's just get Randy here. Let's just get Randy, and we can just forget about the whole thing. We'll just pretend like it never happened. The pitch is low, 2-2. You think the challenge was worth it? I only think a challenge is worth challenging if, again, the only thing that I give credit is that somebody's got like 3 seconds to figure out whether or not it's worth challenging. This is ball 4, low and away. A Rose Arena with a 2-out walk. Man, don't be walking like the worst hitter in baseball. Seriously, out of like everyday players in baseball, Randy Arozarena has got like the worst stats going. You can't be walking him to bring up a guy who's 2 for 2 already today. That was a bad time for a walk. 2 on, 2 out. Drew French out to have a chat. Whoops. Oh, look out. All right, first pitch to Ramirez is hit hard on the ground, but right to third. Westberg across the diamond in time. And just like that, the inning is over. The Rays do get on the board, but they strand 2, and the Orioles are still ahead by 2. We are halfway through the ball game. Baltimore 3, Tampa Bay 1. Yeah, folks, tonight I don't know. I'm in a weird mood. Look, again, I'm in that window now where I'm about to transition into, the YouTube partnership program. There will be, ads on the channel. And when I say there's ads, folks, I'm talking the kind of things that you can just hit the skip button on after 2 or 3 seconds. But since these are the last few days of freedom, being an old school broadcaster that I am, I'm just going to have a lucky right here and right now. Folks, I don't condone the habit, but I enjoy it. It's Sunday afternoon baseball as we enter the second act of the season, the middle part of the season, Act 2. Again, this is it, man. After today, it is going to be a test. I'm not really having a good way with words today, am I? I'm an entrepreneur and broadcaster. That's right. I also have a vineyard. Look out for my Chardonnay and a winery near you. I've got so much going on. Here's Anthony Santander to lead off the bottom of the 5th. Come on, folks. I feel so much better now. I'm feeling good. Anthony Santander is now 1 Camden Yard, Utah Street home run shy of tying Chris Davis for the most by a single player. Tony takes up and away for ball 1. Check out Janet filling up the chat with a bunch of tater tots. I do the same, Janet, but my hands are full. This ball's hit foul up and away down to the right side into the stands. Post a video of what happened in Mateo. Okay, I'm sure it'll be a better view than what I got to see. I don't know if I want to watch it, though. Is it really bad? I mean, Rob, from what you saw, does it look like Mateo is going to miss time? Like, is it a concussion thing or what? 3-1 pitch is hit in the air and deep by Santander. Backing up on it, Siri. He puts his arm out as if to wonder where the wall is, but he had room. He didn't even get to the track, a couple of feet in front of it, to make the first out here in the bottom of the 5th. Drop bat down on. Now, was his head, I mean, he didn't have a helmet on? It was just his exposed head? Because that's obviously a huge difference. I mean, you tapped me on the head with a bat. He had a helmet on? Okay. Well, then I hope he'll be all right. I'm sure he wouldn't have been looking as much in pain as he was unless he was really hurting, though. There's a called strike. 1-1 the count on Jordan Westberg. He took ball 1, and now he took a called strike. 1 for 2 with a single in the 3rd inning. This one is skied back foul out to the right side. 1-2 the count. Man, I tell you what, folks. My play calling tonight has been It's been not an Angel Hernandez kind of night, but I don't know. Maybe more of a CB Buckner kind of night. This one's hit on the ground to short. Should be a routine play, and it is. Westberg grounds out for the second out of the inning here in the fifth. Just stumbling over my words. Not able to come up with those words on the tip of my tongue, to have a nice steady flow, a nice rhythm, a nice vocabulary. The whole thing tonight has just been, it's been amateur. It's been second rate. I'm better than this. Here's Austin Hayes. That ball's hit on the line to left, but hanging up there and making the catch is a Rosarena to win the inning. 5 innings in the books. The Orioles are ahead 3-1. Oh, boy. We're hitting the road tomorrow, folks. We're going north of the border on up to the Rogers Center in Toronto. I hope Ryan Mountcastle is going to bring himself some recording equipment or something. I know Mounting enjoys hitting up there in Toronto. I was even thinking, like, is Mounting going to get a day off today just so that we can make sure he plays 4 straight in Toronto? Blue Jays. So that's right. It's a 4-game series and then a 4-game series again with these Rays, which means the only guy in the rotation to not play against Toronto will be the guy on the mound now, Cole Irvin. So we'll get all righties against Toronto, which isn't bad really because the Blue Jays lineup is pretty right-handed heavy. That actually works out pretty well for us, that Irvin is the odd man out in a 4-game series. I mean, you think about Vlad Jr., you think about Bo Bichette, you think about Justin Turner, you think about George Springer. I mean, their big name bats are all from the right side. So that works out well. All right, folks, top of the 6th. Isaac Paredes will lead it off. Middle of the order due up for the Rays. Cole Irvin out there for his 6th inning of work. He's looked fantastic so far. Just that one blip. I mean, I say fantastic. Six hits through 5 innings isn't exactly blowing people away, but he's done everything he's needed to do. Here's a swing and a miss by Paredes. The count is 0-2. Hey, Janet, thanks. It's my pleasure. It really is. If I sound sometimes like I complain about some of these, here's a swing and a pop-up right side, and coming in to make the catch is Santander, as Paredes flies out to shallow right to begin the top of the 6th. Irvin still on just 72 pitches. He might be able to dip into the 7th inning. That's what I was hoping for. But yeah, guys, if it ever sounds like it's a complaint, it's not a complaint. It's just sort of a, kind of commiserate with you guys. I mean, imagine you're getting up in the middle of the night to do something on a regular basis. Here's a line drive base hit in the left field, and this could be 2. Hayes cuts it off, but putting on the Jets there is a Rosario, and he legs out a 1-out double. Nice swing on that one there by Rosario. Hayes did a nice job to get to it and get that ball into second. Make the play almost close. Okay. Siri at the plate. First pitch is fouled back. The Rays have a runner at second base with 1 out. They're down 2 here in the top of the 6th. 0-1 is swung on and missed. 0-2 the count. Can't wait to face the Phillies. I'm looking, man, guys, this one's popped up. Irvin's already looking like he's ready to go to the dugout. Henderson's calling people off, making the catch in foul ground. I say Irvin's ready to go to the dugout. That's only the second out of the inning. I don't know if Irvin was just casually walking toward the dugout because that's where his momentum was taking him or what. I don't know. But, yeah, 2 down now in the inning. Runner still at second base. Nice play by Gunner. But, yeah, folks, we're going to play 8 on the road, come back to play 6, and then back out on the road again for 6. Those 6 at home against the Phillies and Braves. While, yes, they're interleague games or playing 2 teams not even in our own league. We don't play them all that much. Well, we see the Phillies enough. But 1-0 pitch here is a called strike on, what do we got up here? DeLuca. 2 down, runner at second. But, yeah, what I wanted to say was I hope we pack the house, all 6 of those games. I mean, why not? Folks, if you want to see some exciting baseball, Orioles versus Braves, Orioles versus Phillies. I mean, for all we know, folks, if we can win the pennant, those are 2 of the top 3 teams people would pick as the potential opponent. The Dodgers, of course, being the other. This pitch is just a bit inside. Boy, Irvin almost got strike 3 there. Instead, the count 2-2. The next pitch is a check swing. Did he go? Did he? No. 3-2 the count. All right, full count, 2 out. We're in the 6th. Irvin is in the, let's see, what's his pitch count up to? 82. So we're kind of in that we'll see range. Swing and a miss. You know what? I'll tell you what I see. You strike a batter out to win the inning on pitch 83. I say come out again for another inning. Bring him on back out. At least try to get 1 or 2 guys. Cole Irvin gets through 6 innings. 1-run baseball, scattering 7 hits. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Orioles 3, Rays 1. Good call, BW. Bring him back out. Phillies are the real deal. Yeah, the one thing about the Phillies is that, you know, they haven't had a chance to play a whole lot of teams that are in the upper echelon of the league this year. A vast majority of their games have been against teams under 500, but I don't hold that against them. You still got to go out there and get the job done. And they've definitely got a very rock-solid team, star players, you know, guys that fill a lot of key roles, doing a lot of different things, speed, defense, starting pitching, bullpen, you know, guys like Bryce Harper there. It's not, the Phillies are good. And, folks, I wouldn't mind a rematch of 83. I wouldn't mind a rematch of 83. Because, you know what? I like playing a team that's geographically close in a World Series. It makes it just a little bit more exciting for me. I mean, if we played, you know, the Padres in a World Series, it wouldn't feel as good as playing an East Coast team like the Phillies just up the road. That's just my humble opinion. I'll play anybody, though. Let's just win a pennant, for the love of God. Can we get a pennant? Whoa. Watch out, cursor. You okay? You going to hang in there with me? You going to get back up here? What do you want to do? All right, bottom of the sixth. Cedric Mullins at the plate. First pitch is a called strike on the inside edge. Mullins is 0 for 2 today. Next pitch is high, about head high, and the count 1-1. Zack Littel is still out there for his 6th inning of work. He's on 84 pitches. The Orioles, by the way, have action in the pen. They just flashed somebody. Mullins fouls one straight back. Count 1-2. I'm just hoping it's not Tiago. I don't want to see Tiago. Is it Tate? Okay. Thank you, Rob. This one's hit into left field, and Arozarena is going to have another easy out to make. Said Mullins having a quiet day today, sort of a regression. I had seen some positive signs from Mullins in about the last week or so, but today has sort of been a step back. And I'm thinking maybe tomorrow, now that we're hitting the road and we don't have to worry about our giant left field, I say we give Mullins a day off. Put Cowser in center and maybe get Stowers out there in left field again. Pretty sure we're facing a right-hander tomorrow. As long as it's anybody but Kikuchi. Oh, David. All right, I guess Mullins did get a quote-unquote good hit today. I feel bad. I mean, Ced's got to feel terrible about that. 1-1 pitch. Hit hard and through on the left side. A base hit for Ramon Urias. Ramon, folks. I know he hasn't had one of those games where he goes like 3 for 4 with a couple of extra base hits and a few RBI kind of games, but he's starting to pick it up. 229 now the average. Hey, that's 10 points higher than Santander. Howdy there, Cantankerous. So the Orioles, by the way, folks, here's the big deal on that hit from Urias. That is hit number 10. So once again, 18-1 coming in today when getting at least 10 hits. First pitch popped up by McCann to right, and that is going to be an easy out. McCann frustrated with his efforts as he slams the bat. 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th. Stowers may be special. Well, if he's not at least special, he's you know, an upgrade offensively over Mullins. And I feel like when we're on the road, Cowser can handle center field. Here's a ball hit off the end of the bat, and it's going to drop in for a base hit in front of Jose Siri. So Gunnar Henderson has his 3rd hit of the ball game. Folks, we got a 2-out rally on. 2 on, 2 out. Time to go back here for a minute. Hey, welcome on in. Whoa, look at this. Well, look at this. Now we're just pumping it. Is this how it works after you pass 1,000? The numbers sort of pass. Look at this. What's going on here? I think everything works different after you get over 1,000 subs. There's a meeting on the mound right now. Adley Rutschman's the man due up next. 1st and 2nd, 2 down. The Orioles ahead 3-1. Littel's up to 91 pitches. And they've got to be thinking about going to the bullpen here. If not immediately, then certainly after Rutschman. Thank you to all the new subscribers today. Yeah, perhaps YouTube's hyping me up. Janet's sharing. People are sharing my stream on their X platforms as well. By the way, folks, I still call it Twitter. I mean, what do you want me to do? I type in twitter.com and I get there. Oh, well, one person checked out. But hey, 6 in for every 1 out. I'll take it. Rutschman at the plate, folks. 2 down, first and second. Littel's pitch is in there for a called strike right at the bottom of the zone. Adley is 2 for 3 today. Oh man, you know what? I'm calling it right now, an Adley bomb. I'm calling it. It's time to just blow this open. The pitch. Oh, it's not a bomb, but it's a blooper. But Siri races in and makes the catch on a dead sprint. Rutschman couldn't drop one in front of the center fielder. The inning is over. And we've hit 10:31. Wow, I feel like I shouldn't leave, but, you know, there's no reason to hang out here now. Folks, 6 innings in the books. Late innings times. We now have 11 hits. 11 hits. We need more than 3 runs when we get 11 hits, folks. This should not be a 2-run ball game right now. This should be a 4 to 5-run ball game. But to be fair, the Rays 7 hits, just 1 run. So when you look at it that way, you know. Oh, I bet I should close this door behind me. Letting out all that aircon air. Can I take a quick peek here real fast? Just if I've got a moment here. Give me one moment in time. All right, so folks, tomorrow is the beginning of the road trip starting up in Canada, Rogers Center, Blue Jays, 4-game set. The Monday night game starts at 7:07 first pitch, which means I'll be on at 6:57 p.m. Eastern. I'll just call it 6:55, okay? I don't feel like fiddling around with the thing. So 6:55, folks, I'll be on the air tomorrow. It's going to be Grayson Rodriguez against Kevin Gossman. First pitch, swung on by Caballero in deep, and this one is going to clear the wall and left. My goodness. Jose Caballero, the number 9 hitter, not exactly known for his power, just cleared the giant wall and left. A solo shot. It is now Baltimore 3, Tampa 2. Cole Irvin, by the way, still out there to start that 7th inning. And on the first pitch, gives up the home run. So now, we got to start thinking maybe we should call it a day for Cole. Leave it as is. 2 runs ain't bad. Next batter is Jackson, the number 9 hitter, and he takes outside for ball 1. I mean, who's up? I don't want to see this good start go to waste. Next pitch is fouled away. I mean, I'll say this. This Jackson guy, he's got 1 hit today, but he's got a batting average of .056. So maybe we're just hoping Irvin's got enough to get out a batter of this caliber. 1-1 is inside, 2-1. This should be Irvin's last batter. There's no reason to ruin a good start. The pitch popped foul behind the plate, 2-2. Let's get this one out here, and top of the order coming up next. In fact, it's 4 straight right-handers due up at the top of the order. So this has got to be his last batter. This has got to be it. There's no reason. And now the count 3-2 on a pitch outside. I tell you what, if he walks the number 9 guy, then that's poor management there by Brandon Hyde. It has to be said. And he does get him to reach for one. It's hit deep to center. Mullins is on the track and makes the catch. So the backup number 9 hitting catcher, who's got a batting average somewhere around Forrest Gump's IQ, just went deep center. And if you mean it, yeah, there's Brandon. Okay, here's the move. There it is. All right. So top of the order coming up. Irvin was able to get out of here with the lead. He gets a standing out. He deserves it, folks. I feel like a couple people in chat are a little upset about giving up that home run. Look, folks, it was a 50-50 call to bring him out there for the 7th. You know, he was into the upper 80s in pitches, and he had given up 7 hits over 6 innings. So he wasn't exactly blowing people away. He was just, you know, being an effective pitcher. But, yeah, you give up that home run ball, that should have been it. He shouldn't even pitch to that number 9 guy. But I think they did just because that number 9 guy is, you know, one step up from pitching to the opposing pitcher. But, folks, we still have the lead. And may I remind you about our record when we've got 10 hits at least. Not to mention we've got 3 trips left to go to the plate. I'm feeling good right now. I'm feeling fine. I'm feeling fine. In fact, I could feel a little more fine. Oh no, did I lose my special lucky? Where did it go? Is the hat fidgeting behind me? Where in the world did it go? Hello? Where's me Jay? Dylan Tate, first pitch is swung on and hit on the ground, first or second base, over to first in time. 1 pitch, 1 out. Yandy Diaz retired. Who took my J? I mean, did it fall on the ground? Where is it? Oh, there it is. I found it, folks. I found it. Arozarena takes a called strike on a sweeper from Tate. 2 down, nobody on. Top of the 7th. The Orioles 3, Rays 2. Yeah, that was a nasty pitch, David. That one's low and away. 1-1 the count. Here's one outside. Come on, Tate. Stay a little close to the zone. Make Arozarena think about swinging. 2-1 the count. The pitch. Up and in. Look out. 2-2. Or excuse me, 3-1. The pitch. That one's hit right center. But, yeah, it's going to drop in for a hit in front of Santander. The tying run is on with 2 out in the form of Arozarena. He might be struggling at the plate, but he's got a hit now, and the legs, I'm sure, still work fine. We're going to have a pinch hitter for Harold Ramirez. It's Brandon Lau, the lefty. Now, this is the 3rd batter for Tate, so we can't go to a lefty now. Tate's going to have to go after him. and with Paredes on deck. This is a big moment in the ball game. The pitch is fouled away off to the right. And James McCann might have gotten a piece of that. Oh, the man, I've been doing this for 30 years. This thumb and middle finger is better than any roach clip out there on the market. This J ain't even half over. Kidding me? All right, folks. Oh, check on the runner. Back in. So Brandon Lau up there in a pinch hitting role for Harold Ramirez. 0-1 count. The pitch. Hit in the air to left. And Hayes is right there to make the catch and end the inning. Folks, the Rays do get a run. But even though we've left a lot of guys on base, the Rays have as well. And what matters right now is that we're at home. We've got 3 more trips to the plate if we need them. The Rays just 2, and we've got a lead. We go to the bottom of the 7th, Orioles 3, Rays 2, and folks, 7th inning stretch time in Baltimore. You know what that means. It's time for some cakes on the griddle. Get them cakes up in chat, folks. I'm sensing a little bit of a lack of enthusiasm in today's crowd. We're trying to get a sweep here today. Are we just so used to being a winning team that we're going to take a sweep against a division rival for granted? Hells no. Let's go. It's sweep time, baby. Get all them cobwebs and dust bunnies out of the corners. We're sweeping it. Card, I'm smoking my lunch right now. How you doing? Yeah. What a perfect way to wrap up a Sunday night. Then I'll have my actual Monday off, and then the Monday night game will be Tuesday morning for me. So basically, I'll have Monday off. Maybe some time to do a little bit of research. Folks, I'm still in the process of doing some shopping and hunting down the next laptop that I need to purchase. I wish I knew more about computers and exactly sort of the things I need for the things that I'm trying to use it for. I really don't want to buy something that offers a bunch of stuff that I don't care about. But, and I definitely don't want to buy it from the same company this laptop came. This laptop is an absolute piece of junk. Oh, boy. But, yeah, so if anybody out there has got any, experience with computers, knows about, what the good computers are out there, let me know. Please. Just want some advice, that's all. MSI brand, great graphics and audio. Dell, eBay, GP3. What millennium are you living in? Dude, get a Dell. eBay, Dell, what? 2 words I haven't heard since 2008. Should I ask Jeeves? I'm just going to ask Jeeves. Commodore. You guys are no help. I'm seriously. I might not even be able to stream tomorrow's game because if this power cord just has one wrong move, I'm Dunsky. And I won't have even a chance to recover in time. Here's a ground ball through the left side by Mountcastle. A base hit on the first pitch. Armstrong is the new pitcher out there for the Rays. Oh, are you kidding me? I got to refresh this now. And Mountcastle has his first hit of the ball game. He's 1 for 4 now. So, yeah, folks, as much as I enjoy Huma as anybody else, I am being sincere when I say I really need some good advice when it comes to this computer purchasing stuff, because I don't know. I've always enjoyed just using a Chromebook for years. Like a solid decade, I went through 2 or 3 Chromebooks. They would always give me at least a few years, and it was cheap. I have the hiccups now. Great. By the way, 2-0 the count on Anthony Santander. Runner at first base, nobody out. I don't know what happened there. But I've got the ball game back up. Swing and a miss. And the count 2-1. So, oh, that's right. Mountcastle just had a base hit. Excuse me. Uh-oh. Where's the aqua? 2-1 on Tony. Runner at first, nobody out. And this one's fouled away. 2-2. Calm down, BW. What happened? Where did I lose my composure? Did I lose my composure? Santander drills one. Oh, but it's going to be caught out there by Siri in deep center. Couple of steps in front of the track. Mountcastle goes back to first. 1 down here in the bottom of the 7th. Again, Armstrong out here in relief. Right-handed pitcher. Here's Westberg. 1 for 3. Average at 296. Pitch is swung and a miss. Big cut from Westberg. Armstrong blows a fastball by him. Count 0-1. Just a relaxing affair. Swing and a miss. A cutter just off the outside edge. A beauty of a pitch there by Armstrong. Westberg in the hole 0-2. But this is what I like about Westberg. You know, he took a big cut and missed. Then he had a real tough pitch there. 0-2 count, but he doesn't give up in this spot. Well, he does give up. He got blown away by that fastball. All right, folks. Normally, I do a pretty good job of building up something and giving you the evidence right there in the moment. But Westberg overmatched in that at bat. He strikes out. 2 down. Here's Austin Hayes. Line drive, base hit right center field. That one's going to roll. And runner at first, Mountie going to third. Will hold up there, and Hayes is going to get into second. Austin Hayes with an extra base hit. And his second hit of the ball game. This time off a right-handed pitcher. An extra base hit. So now second and third with 2 down. And some big insurance runs out there. We need a big hit. Let's do it. Set is due up. Are they going to stick with the righty or what? I don't know, but until we find out, here comes the manager. Or is this the pitching coach? This is the pitching coach. There's the manager. He's looking at his lineup card. All right. Mullins is due up, and it would appear Armstrong, the righty, will be left out there to face him. Second and third, there's a base open. But then you got Mateo on deck. Hey there, Lizzie. OMG, you passed 1K. Congrats. Thank you so much, Lizzie. We're moving on up to the east side. All right, big moment in the ball game. 2 down, second and third. Mullins at the plate, 0 for 3 so far. Can make up for a lot with a big hit here. And he takes a called strike at the top of the zone. Against Sean Armstrong, this pitcher, 3 for 5 with a home run and 3 RBI. How about that? That's success. This one's foul back. And the count 0-2. Come on, said. Just go back to your roots, buddy. You're not new at this. You've been around the block. You know your way around the plate. He takes upstairs 1-2. All right. Come on, said. 1-2 pitch is swung on and missed on a high. Man, said slams his bat and breaks it into a shard, leaving just the handle in his hand. All right, so Mullins is not playing tomorrow. I can go ahead and tell you that right now. Mullins, I will bet you dollars to donuts Mullins is not playing tomorrow. It'll be Stowers in left, Cowser in center, and Santander in right. Although Hayes has done enough today to maybe even earn a start against a right-hander like Gossman tomorrow. Maybe Hayes has a history of doing okay against Gossman. They've certainly had enough time to face each other to see if Hayes has had any success. Hayes is in. Well, I don't know. If I sit there and see that Hayes is 2 for 28 lifetime off of Gossman, then I'm going with Stowers. Even though Hayes has done enough today to earn a start. Maybe but I would sit Cowser, but that'd be too straight for Cowser getting sit. I don't think that's going to happen. Plus, if Mullins is sitting, you need Cowser in center, so he's in. Santander probably in. I mean, here's an idea. Ryan O'Hearn, God bless him, he's not exactly killing it, I mean, he's not in the lineup here. Where is he? I mean, I just don't know. Maybe Ryan O'Hearn just let somebody DH. Maybe let Stowers DH over O'Hearn. We might be. I mean, if Ryan O'Hearn doesn't start picking it up a little bit, I'm telling you right now, the Orioles, they've looked at what Ryan O'Hearn is, and they say to themselves, well, that's what Kjerstad is going to eventually be. And if O'Hearn starts to, get into that point where he's like in the 250s, they're probably going to think about just moving on with Kjerstad. All right, Tate's out there for the, where are we at here? 8th inning. And he's already gotten into an 0-2 count here on Isaac Paredes. Middle of the order due up here for the Rays in the top of the 8th. Next pitch is high, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Not sure what we could get back for O'Hearn, but, if we can get something useful back, sure. Inside out swing, and that ball is going to get past the outstretched glove of Westberg. Bit of a duck snort there for Paredes, but that's why he's having a good season. He hits for power, but he hits for average, and he finds ways to get on base. Leadoff man on here in the 8th. Tying run. It is time to hunker down here, folks. The Orioles just a couple of innings short of potentially grabbing a sweep. But the Rays are hungry. They've got that tying run at first, and he looks like he's ready to run. Tate's first pitch is fouled away by Rosario off to the left. Ahmed Rosario has a couple of hits today. Both teams now with extra double-digit hits. 23 hits between the two teams, but just 5 runs. That is a stat line you're not going to see too often. This one's in the dirt, and the count is 1-1. Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. I mean, Ryan O'Hearn, when he's one thing, a DH against lefties. And as long as he's hitting 285, 290, 295, then no need to mess with a recipe that's working. Here's a check on the runner, back in sliding. But yeah, as soon as O'Hearn starts to regress, then you just got to look at it as a guy that, hey, we picked him up for nothing. We got something out of him for a solid year or so. Hey, that second check on the runner was close. Just getting back in there is Palacios, who's out there to pinch run for Paredes. Okay, Richie Palacios is the base runner. So Tate has checked twice, and although he just missed that pickoff, it's advantage Rosario now because Tate really can't throw over again. It's a 1-1 count. And it's lined into right field, a base hit. Man, we need somebody to pick up Tate here. As now we've got first and second and nobody out. We got Siri coming up next. DeLuca. I don't know. We need somebody else out here. We got to get Tate out of here. That's it for him. Come on. Tell me we got somebody ready. We got Cano. Is he available? We got Webb. I'm telling you, folks, this is why having to use so much of the bullpen lately, especially yesterday, might come back and bite us in the butt. Dylan Tate looks like he's going to stay out there. Drew French is having a meeting on the mound with the whole infield. Coulomb up in the pen. The only thing is a lot of righties due up here. Although, to be fair, it's the bottom of the order, and I think Coulomb should be able to handle them. I mean, I'd rather not worry about lefty on righty if it's bottom of the order, if the other option is sticking with a pitcher who doesn't have it. Yeah, Jack, he also made a huge catch that probably if he didn't make that catch, we wouldn't have a lead right now. But always nice to come in and make your first comment, a very large comment to trash a player. Right back into the groove. Want to know the count here on Siri. He squares around the bunt and pulls the bat back, and the count now 2-0. 2 on, nobody out. The 2-0, another bunt attempt. This time it's a strike. And Siri is barking again. First of all, you had the bat hit around. Secondly, it's a called strike anyway. So just, don't worry about it. 2-1 the count. Whoop, Tate steps off, looks the runner back to second. Orioles 3, Rays 2, top of the 8th. Tampa threatening big, nobody out, 2 runners on base. The 2-1 pitch is way outside, 3-1. Man, who? Man, come on, Tate. Come on, buddy. We need you, buddy. 3-1 pitch is hit in the air, right field and deep. Going back and looking up. It's over the head of Santander. Palacios will come in to score the tying run. And now coming in is the go-ahead run. But at second base, Siri, well, I guess he is safe. The Rays have just taken the lead. Dylan Tate has gotten exposed here in the 8th inning, and the Orioles have coughed up the lead late in the ball game. 4-3 Tampa. Still nobody out in the inning. That's the toughest part of all this, because there's a runner in scoring position. And wait a minute, on the Siri nearly getting back to the bag after going past second, almost got. Oh, that is close. So it looks like Siri might have got stepped on by a cleat on his hand. But he's in there. Second base. Here we go. DeLuca at the plate. And he pops up a bunt. Adley turns around, but no chance to get this one. Excuse me. I said Adley again. I'm sorry, folks. It's McCann behind the plate today. I just, I don't know why. I just want Adley to always catch. It's a problem I'm going to a support group about it. I think I'm going to get my 2-week chip in a couple of days. The pitch is a swing and a miss. Good slider there by Tate. That's probably the best pitch he's thrown here in this inning. He's on 22 pitches now. Still nobody out in the inning. How many more batters are we going to use here with him? Low, 1 and 2. So Vieira is getting loose. Is that the idea? Just let the lead slip away in order to give Vieira a reason to pitch? Here's a check swing and a strikeout here for the first out. That was not a swing. Man. Yikes. DeLuca just got treated very unfairly on a check swing that was... I mean, we needed that out. Don't get me wrong. All right. Caballero at the plate. Last time up, he had a home run over the wall and left. That's when we should have known something was up. Number 9 hitter here for the Rays. Not known for his power. There goes a runner to third. A slap, and they got him. James McCann nails another runner. And this time, I gave him the credit. James McCann. They're on the phone, but man, that looked good to me on first viewing. They had to have gotten him there. I mean, that ball was slapped. Here comes the... Yeah, they got him. They got him. Come on. You guys can't see? All right, they're not even challenging. All right, Caballero takes inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Now base is empty, 2 down. Okay. I'm just starting to feel a vibration on the right side of my abdomen here. Not sure what that is. This one's inside, and that got him. Caballero hit by a pitch with 2 down. So just when you thought Tate was out of hot water, here we go again. Another runner on base. Another batter to deal with. Janet, how did you know? That's right, folks. I'm getting a tingling sensation on the right side of my body. Something is over here right now. Normally, this doesn't happen when the Orioles are pitching, but again with what we're talking about here, you never really can tell. Brandon Hyde is coming out now, and this might be the end of the day. In fact, why am I saying might? When's the last time Brandon Hyde went out to the mound to not take a pitcher out? Dylan Tate's day is over. He coughed up a pair of runs in the eighth. The Rays have scored the last 3 runs of the game to turn a 3-1 Orioles lead into a 4-3 Rays lead. You felt it all the way in Maryland. Well, folks, I don't know why, but for some reason, at this particular moment in the ball game, chin chin, dum 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 dum. Chin chin, chin chin chin, chin 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 chin. Ladies and gentlemen, the hat. All right, we've got a pitching change. 2 out in the top of the 8th. Everybody's enjoying the tradition. It's all pomp and circumstance, folks, It's a long, storied history of tradition. Brought to you by Tie Stick. Danny Coulombe. He with that glove that looks like it should be, in the bottom of your aquarium. It's just a color you don't see anywhere other than the ocean floor. He is out there to get this final out here in the 8th. Keep this a 1-run ball game. We've still got 6 outs to play with. There's a called strike. A cutter on the outside edge to Jonathan Aranda. So the lefty-on-lefty matchup. This one's upstairs. See, the thing that I don't understand is, so you waited for Coulombe until you got the lefty-on-lefty matchup. But, I mean, you could tell that Tate didn't have it. I mean, at some point, the stats against lefties versus righties versus same side, I mean, that's out the window if it comes down to one pitcher you got available, fresh arm, ready to go, versus another guy who's clearly lost it. I mean, just go to Coulombe a batter or 2 earlier than this. That's kind of bothers me. Here's a pitch on the outside corner for a called strike, and the count 1-2. I mean, it doesn't always have to be righty on righty, lefty on lefty. Especially your higher end guys like your Coulombes, your Canoes. Just let them go after these guys. And there's a swing and a miss on a pitch at the top of the zone. And this inning is over. Coulombe comes in, faces one batter, gets the strikeout. Folks, if he would have come in an inning or a batter or 2 sooner, maybe we're not losing right now. But what do I know? We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's the Rays 4, the Orioles 3. 25 hits between these 2 teams. And it's a 4-3 ball game. Very, very odd. Very, 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 very odd. Yeah, I think sometimes Brandon Hyde just falls in love a little too much. I mean, trust me, I'm the same way when I'm playing the show. I like to build my lineups where I've got the lefties and righties all nice and spaced apart. And I like, when I'm pitching, to bring in the lefty on lefty, right on, I like doing all that stuff too. But, once in a while, it just makes sense to go against the, the norm or whatever. Folks, the hat is on, all right? Should we take a peek at the sub screen just to see what we're dealing with before we head on in here? 10:35, folks. It's been a pretty good day. 17 subs. No complaints from me whatsoever. That's twice as many as yesterday. All right, we got a lefty out here for the Rays in relief in the form of Clevenger. So the Orioles will be sending up, looks like 8, 9, and 1. And this is the thing again. We're probably going to lose the. I mean, James McCann in this lineup is just a rally killer, isn't he? I don't know. He's got a hit today, though, right? Got a hit, scored a run. I don't know. What we need is hopefully one of these first two hitters to get on base for Gunnar Henderson who will be due up third in the inning. Here's Arias. First pitch is swung on, fouled off to the left. Clevenger, the lefty. Arias hitting right-handed. He's 1 for 2 today. 4-3 Rays in the bottom of the 8th. The Orioles looking to at least tie the ball game. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. A whiff from Arias. 0-2 the count. Well, that's what I'm talking about again. If we went out there and got a righty bat, Williams talking about we need a pinch hitter. That one might have got Arias, and it did. Wow, how fortunate is this? What a terrible time for Tampa to hit a batter, and we'll take it. The tying run has just been given first base on a pitch that hits Arias on top of the foot. Now I'm wondering who else is on the bench. Anybody who can run faster? Can Stowers run faster than Arias? Especially if he's running on a limp foot. That is the tying run. Arias is still trying to work off the pain off of that hit by pitch. The umpires are being kind enough to give him some time, and now the trainer out. As Arias again bent at the waist. Hyde is now out. It all seems sort of elementary. I just feel like I don't know. If we pinch ran for Stowers, but we've already taken Mateo out of the game. So who would be in the play on the infield? Who's left other than Stowers? Who am I missing here? There's one other player. Oh, Cowser. Could Cowser pinch hit for McCann, please? And then we'll just lose the DA. Oh, wait, we got a lefty on the mound. Okay, never mind. So, here we go, folks. Runner at first, nobody out. James McCann at the plate. We got to go back to the sub screen as this pitch is ball 1. All right. Well, folks, not a whole lot in terms of options here late. James McCann's going to have to do something here. We got the tying run at first and nobody out. We need a productive at-bat of some sort. If he just hits the ball on the ground and somehow doesn't get a double play and Arias moves to second, I'll take it. This pitch is in there for a called strike, 1-1. But something like that. Something. Get a walk. Get hit by a pitch. The 1-1 is outside, 2-1. Come on, folks. 2-1 the count. The pitch is taken for a called strike. 2-2. Folks, yes, we will not accept a twin killing in this situation when Gunnar Henderson is on deck. You better believe it. 2-2 to McCann. It is popped up right side. The long run for the right fielder, and he's going to make the catch near the foul line. McCann is unable to do much. But at least he allows Gunnar Henderson a chance to do something without having to, clear the runner off the base. So the tying run is at first. Gunnar, the go-ahead run at the plate. He is 3 for 3 today. And just a shot in the gap can tie it up. Henderson started the day with a home run onto the flag court and a single. He's also got a stolen base today. Let's not forget about that. And then he went opposite field for another single. So a big day here for Gunnar. 2 singles, 2 runs scored, a steal, and a solo home run. 3 for 3. And now a chance to be the hero with a lefty-on-lefty situation. Bottom of the 8th, 1 down, tying run at first. Gunnar at the plate. Strap in, folks. It's baseball. The first pitch from Clevenger is swung on and popped up. Get out of play. Third baseman looks at it and it will get about 7 or 8 rows back. 1 strike on Gunnar. Come on, Gunnar. You got to lock in every pitch. You got to lock in. Take every ball. Fight off every tough strike. And then wait for that one that you're going to mash. I know you can mash, Gunnar. I know you can mash. 0-1 pitch is up and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, I really trailed off there. I just had to hurry up because, pitch clock and everything. The 1-1. And that hit Gunnar. Oh, wait, they're calling that a foul ball? What, did it hit off the knob of the bat? Where did it hit? Oh, it was a foul ball. Okay, Gunnar turned away as if he had gotten hit by the pitch. It is definitely a foul ball. Wow, Gunnar, why did you react like that? Did you think nobody would figure it out? All right, 1-2 the count, folks. Come on. The pitch. Low and away, 2-2. And Gunnar shakes his head like, nope. Not going after that. Not going after that. Hey, folks, a reminder in Charm City chat, no spoilers. You better be in time with me right now. 2-2 to Gunnar is coming. The pitch. Low and away, 3-2. Gunnar works the count full. Clevenger's got a lot to think about here. He doesn't want to give up a pitch that Gunnar's going to crush. And Gunnar has been doing well at taking ball 4s lately. The payoff. Outside ball four. Gunner flips the bat away. Flips the chest protector. The shin protector. And the elbow guard. He just flicks it all away. All right, 2-1. That pushes the tying run into scoring position. Adley Rutschman at the plate. This season against right-handed pitching, .419. Against the lefties, though, just .234. We need Adley to get it done against the lefty. First pitch is a called strike from Clevenger. We need a hit, but Adley is the kind of guy who knows how to draw a walk, and a walk here would push the runner to third with only one out. That would not be so bad. He takes a ball here, low, 1-1. I mean, think about it, folks. He puts the ball in play. Yeah, he could get a hit, but he could also hit into something that would be a bad result. Whereas a walk here, one run is really big. Here's the pitch. Line drive. Base hit left field. Runner's going to have to stop at third, Urias. Man, oh, Shevitz. You mean to tell me Stowers isn't a little bit faster and maybe... But again, I don't think, that Mateo situation earlier, we just were strapped. We don't have the weapons available to make a move there. Kyle Stowers is still on the bench as a weapon of some sort, but it's going to have to be, or excuse me, so is Cowser. Can't somebody from, I don't know. We've got an unbalanced bench. Here's Mountcastle. Line drive right to third. They go to second for one, over to first. A double play. The biggest of nightmares. An absolute gut punch. Mountcastle with a grounder to third. And the Rays turn two perfectly. They get out of the inning. Worst possible outcome. Boo. Hiss. Hiss. Boo. Hiss. Hiss. What kind of game is this? Ninth inning miracle coming up? Well, I do have the hat on. I mean, you know. I gave the hat the complete day off yesterday. Didn't even, nudge it a little bit. Hoping maybe I'd give him a nice rest. We are going to the ninth inning. Tampa 4, Baltimore 3. Final game of the homestand. And if, folks, look, if we, for some reason, can't pull this one out, we finish the homestand 4-2. It's not exactly the end of the world, right? But man, oh man, when he got the lead going into the seventh inning, hell, we still had the lead going into the eighth inning. And then you cough it up. You got 14 hits on the board, but only 3 runs. That's the real. Now that Tampa's taking the lead, it really does stick out there like a sore thumb, doesn't it? 14 hits with just 3 runs. It's not easy to do. Danny Coulombe is out here to face the top of the order. Yandy Diaz takes ball 1. Walk-offs are fun. I'm ready for a walk-off. Next pitch from Coulombe is in the dirt, 2-0. I can feel that a lot of people in chat are feeling optimistic. This game isn't over by any means. Here's a called strike, 2-1 on Yandy Diaz. I mean, who do we got due up in the bottom ninth? Gunnar made the last out, right? Or no, Adley. No, Mountie did, of course, with the double play ball. So it's going to be Santander, Westberg, and there's a comebacker to Coulomb. Flip to the first baseman. Diaz retired, 1 down in the ninth. So get this, folks. We're down a run. Let's say we get there down a run. It's going to be Santander and Westberg. All right? Those two guys combined yesterday had 3 home runs. Am I not wrong about that? And all we need is 1 frickin' run. And then get this. In that third spot, if it's a righty closer that they got, Hazy, well, I mean, you could go to Colton Cowser there or Stowers. You can get another lefty bat in there. So it ain't over. Here's one. I popped up in the shallow left center, and Gunnar is going to go out and make the catch. 2 down. So that's what we're talking about, folks. We're down a run. Who's the closer? Fairbanks? All right. Fairbanks will be the guy in the ninth for the Rays. Right-hander. Santander, Westberg, Hayes with Cowser and Stowers. 2 bullets left in the cabinet. Here's a swing and a miss. Brandon Lau. 2 down, nobody on. 0-1 count. Next pitch is a line drive. That's in the gap. But it will be cut off out there. Let's see if Lau's going to just hang up at first base. He's not the fastest of runners. Santander did well to cut it off in the gap. 1 out, or 2 out single, excuse me. And again, everything I'm talking about, looking at that ninth inning, it's all dependent on keeping this a 1-run ball game. Keeping it a ball game where 1 swing can get us back in it. And, of course, us leading the league in home runs, it's not a bad situation to be in. This pitch is outside to, who do we got up here now? Palacios. He came on to pinch hit a couple of innings back. This one is hit in the air. Right field. Santander will have room and makes the catch just before taking a step or 2 onto the track. That's the end of the top of the ninth, folks. We are going bottom of the ninth. How did that come out? We're going bottom. I am really starting to sound like Harry Carey. We're going bottom of the ninth. Cubs need runs. Let's get some runs. Let's get some runs. Here's some frickin' taters over here. Hey, anybody order some frickin' taters over here? Who ordered some? Who ordered the taters? You ordered the taters? You know, anybody over here order the taters? Tony will be up first. Westboig is next. So Tony, he do up first, and then it's Westboig. You guys ready for this, huh? Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years. You know what? We're due. We're actually due. As much craziness as we've had, as much luck as the hat has brought us, and other things, I think we're kind of due for just a crazy walk-off win here. I think we're kind of due, so that your boy can have one of his patented freakouts. I think it's time. Well, only one way to find out. Here we go. Sorry for the squeaking. Just want to get myself in position. Bottom of the ninth. Fairbanks, the closer. He's pitched just 9. Well, okay, they're showing us stats from just his last 9 outings. Okay, so apparently his last 9 outings, he's been very good. Has not given up a run. 9 strikeouts to 2 walks. Opponents hitting $188 in 9 innings. Well, sounds to me like he's due to, maybe cough up something, folks. Sub-screen time taking us home. At least until we tie it up. Santander, first pitch is popped up. I mean, on foul ground in first base side. How many times does Tony do this to us, man? I mean, you take the good with the bad. It's just the way Tony approaches things. But, man, in situations like this, a first pitch foul pop-up on the infield. 1 down. Here's Westberg. Okay, this is my boy. This is Captain Clutch right here. First pitch. Popped up, but out of play. See, Westy knows. He can foul it off without keeping it in play. Westberg 1 for 4 today. The Orioles with just 2 outs left to play with. This one's inside, 1-1. 4-seam fastball, 97. No finesse, but David, talk to me about that home run he hit last night. Nobody else I know can hit that. That is a bad ball hitter if I've ever seen one. And bad ball hitters can be viable. Adrian Beltre, famous bad ball hitter. I'm not saying Santander is an Adrian Beltre. Beltre is a Hall of Famer, but he can do some things that other guys can't do. 1-2 the count. And this one's off the plate. 2-2 on Westberg. Come on, Westberg. Please. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Come on, Jordan. The pitch. Upstairs, 3-2. That's what I'm talking about. You think Westberg's going to just go down easy? No, he's going to take you all the way to the limit, Fairbanks. You going to throw him a strike? Because Westy going to square you up. Payoff pitch. And it's... Oh, man. It's going to be out number 2. That was a tough pitch up in the zone. Westberg somehow got up. I thought he might be able to find a hole or maybe loop it over an infielder's head. But unfortunately, one of those middle infielders able to scoop it up and throw out Westberg. So, folks, with 2 down, we turn to O'Hearn. Ryan O'Hearn coming up. He's in the pinch hit for Austin Hayes. I totally forgot about O'Hearn as another option. He takes a curveball for a called strike. O'Hearn batting .264, 7 homers, 18 RBI. The Orioles are down to their final out. Down 1 run. The pitch is up and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Come on, Ryan. The magic is just 1 swing away, buddy. The pitch. That one's hit hard and through on the right side, a base hit. All right, we've got a faster runner than O'Hearn. Put Cowser, let Cowser run. Cowser's got speed. Put Cowser in. Put Cowser in right here. This whole game is on first base right now, and I want the fastest guy we got. Wait a minute. Kowser's up to hit. All right, well, they'd rather have him hitting than running. Either way, folks, the milkman is up. 2 down. O'Hearn at first. The pitch is low and away for ball 1. Crowd is making noise. 1-0 count. The pitch is hit on the ground, and Fairbanks nonchalantly scoops it up, flips the ball in his glove to his throwing hand, and then flips it over to the first baseman like he's a frickin' Harlem Globetrotter or something. That was a little flashy. Lucky you didn't screw it up, Fairbanks. The Orioles lose the final game of the series against the Rays. And another tough pill to swallow. I mean, there are losses, and then there's losses where you get 15 hits, and you can only scratch across 3 runs. Still trying to figure out how that's possible. 3 runs on 15 hits. Ugh. But, folks, this is the thing you got to do. 13 men left on base. My goodness. Just no clutch hitting in us today. That's the name of the game. 28 hits between these two teams. But, folks, sometimes when I say something about a silver lining right after a loss like this, I can understand you might go, BW, just put a sock in it. This loss stunk, and I don't want to hear your silver lining nonsense. But let's just say this, folks. We won the series, and we won both series. We had a 6-game homestand, and we took 2 out of 3 from both teams. That's what you set out to do, and that's what we did. All right? We got 2 out of 3. It just sucks to lose like this, right? When you got the lead, and, Cole Irvin was looking good for a while. It's just a tough loss. But, hey, we can't sit there and wallow in misery. We got a road trip coming up. We've got to go north of the border. We're in Toronto tomorrow. So Armstrong, by the way, gets the win. Tate gets the loss. And, folks, again, for me, in terms of managing this game, that was the big mistake. Just leaving Tate out there. Basically worried more about righty on righty versus, hey, give me the guy who's fresh and ready to go, who's got a bunch of nasty breaking balls, versus, a guy that looks like he's he pitched 1 good inning, and then he tried to go for 1 more. He didn't have it. It's tough. Fairbanks with the save. Gunner with a home run today. The Orioles continue to add to their home run totals. 3 for 3 at the plate. Rutschman 3 for 5. I mean, folks, again, you want to talk about a strange one. Let's keep track of how many more times this season where in a game where Gunner and Adley both have 3 hits apiece, and we can't score more than 3 runs. I just don't see that happening again. It's just a strange. This is why baseball is just weird. Every box score tells a story, and to the untrained eye, it doesn't look like much. But this was an interesting ball game, and unfortunately, one that did not work out in our favor. Folks, thanks so much for being here tonight. Let me give you a reminder one more time about tomorrow's first pitch, start time, and all that happy horse stuff. Oh, that's right. It's the weird start time. 7:07 first pitch. I'll be on the air at 6:55 p.m. Eastern. Excuse me. Great time to belch, Steve. 6:55 p.m. Eastern, folks. Come on back. We need to get a winning streak started again. We're playing Toronto. Look, I really want to take on these Blue Jays. I got a score to settle. We had a 1-1 split at home, and that rain out bothered me. I want to get after these Blue Jays and take 3 out of 4. What do you guys say? 3 out of 4 sound good to you? Say 3 out of 4 sounds good to you. Sorry. You don't have to, but it would sound good to me. All right, guys. Grayson Rodriguez against Kevin Gossman. Come on back 6:55 p.m. tomorrow. And until then, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. We'll get over this loss. We'll be fine. Out-of-town scores, by the way, I don't even think the Yankees... Yeah, the Yankees have gotten started. They've already got a 1-0 lead in the second. So here we go. But 3 out of 4 sounds good. Let's go for it against Toronto. Come on. Screw these Blue Jays. I've had enough. We're the better bird. All right, folks. Tough loss today, but hey, what you going to do? We're going to figure out a way to win and do it in fashion. Tomorrow night, come on back. Until then, this has been the BirdWatcher, and I'll chirp at you later. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, everybody. Goodbye.